Hello everyone, I'm Smriti Sinha here and welcome back to our channel Science Zone. Today you follow, tomorrow we lead. And if you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button given below. And today we are going to discuss the electrochemistry important formulas. So we are going to discuss the important formulas which are involved in this electrochemistry chapter. Okay. So these formulas are, so according to Ohm's law, the electrical resistance R of a conductor is equal to the electrical potential difference V divided by electric current I. Okay, so Ohm's law says that R is equals to V divided by I. So this is Ohm's law formula. Now, the electrical resistance of a conductor is proportional to the length and inversely proportional to cross section area. So the electrical resistance of the conductor is directly proportional to L divided by A, that is cross sectional area, which is also given by R equals to kappa L upon A. So this is very important formula that you need to remember, that is R equals to kappa L upon A. So where R is the electrical resistance of the conductor, this is the resistivity, L is the length, that is the difference between the two electrodes, and A is the cross sectional area. Okay, so this formula is important. Next is the electrical conductance. So electrical conductance G of a solution is reciprocal of R, that is of resistance. So G is reciprocal of the resistance R. Okay, that's why G is directly proportional to cross sectional area and inversely proportional to L. And G is represented by G equal to K A upon L, where G is the electrical conductance, K is the conductivity, A is the cross-sectional area, and L is the distance between the two electrodes. So this is the second important formula, G equals to K A upon L. And many a times you are asked to find out the conductivity, that is K. So K equals to G L upon A. If they provide you with electrical conductance G, then you will use this formula. And if they provide you with resistance R, then you will use this formula. So G will be now substituted by 1 upon R, L upon A. So conductivity, you need to remember two formula. First is G into L upon A, or 1 upon R into L upon A. So these are the two formulas for conductivity. So if you are provided by conductance, this is the formula, and if you are provided by resistance, this is the second formula. So this is the one of the important formula. Next, the relationship between the molar conductivity and the electrolytic conductivity. So this is the relationship between the molar conductivity and electrolytic conductivity. So many a times you are given the molar conductivity and you are asked to determine the electrolytic conductivity, or sometimes they give you electrolytic conductivity and they ask you to determine molar conductivity. So this is the formula you need to remember, that is molar conductivity is equal to 1000 into conductivity divided by molar concentration. So C represents the molar concentration, K represents the electrolytic conductivity, and lambda represent molar conductivity. So molar conductivity is equals to 1000 into electrolytic conductivity divided by molar concentration. Next is Clausius law. This is very important because the total molar conductivity of a solution, at zero concentration is equal to molar conductivity of cation plus molar conductivity of anion. Okay, so the total molar conductivity of solution at zero concentration, that is lambda 0, is equal to molar conductivity of cation plus molar conductivity of anion, where lambda plus is the molar conductivity of cation, lambda minus is the molar conductivity of anion, n plus is the number of moles of cation and n minus is the number of moles of anion. So this is the next important formula which you need to remember, that the total molar conductivity of any solution at zero concentration is always equal to the conductivity of cation plus conductivity of anion, and do not forget to multiply them with their number of moles. Next is the relationship between degree of dissociation and molar conductivity. So, degree of dissociation is equal to molar conductivity of weak electrolyte at a particular given concentration divided by molar conductivity at zero concentration. So, always remember, degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte is equal to molar conductivity of weak electrolyte at given concentration divided by molar conductivity of same electrolyte at zero concentration. So this will give you the degree of dissociation. So sometime in exam they provide you with the molar conductivity of weak electrolyte at the given concentration and with molar conductivity at zero concentration, and you just need to divide them to find out the degree of dissociation of that weak electrolyte. Next formula is this, that is quantity of electricity passed, that is Q, in coulombs. So quantity of electricity passed in coulomb is equal to I, that is amount of current passed through cell, into T, that is time for that current is passed, that is in seconds. So Q in coulombs is equal to I in A into T in seconds. So Q equals to I into T. So whenever you need to determine the quantity of electricity passed during electrolysis, you need to multiply the amount of electricity passed into time for which that current was passed. So you will get the quantity of electricity passed, and remember the unit, that is, it is coulomb, here ampere, here seconds. Next is moles of electrons actually passed. So how much moles of electrons you passed is equal to Q upon 96500, that is F. So Q in coulombs divided by 96500 into coulomb per mole electron will give you moles of electrons actually passed in that electrolysis. Okay. Next important formula is mole ratio. So mole ratio is equal to moles of product formed in the half reaction divided by moles of electrons required in that half reaction. How much moles of product you have formed in that electrolysis reaction and what amount of electron you required to form that product will give you the mole ratio. Next is moles of product formed. So moles of product formed is equal to moles of electrons actually passed into mole ratio. So moles of electron actually passed, you have seen the formula here. So the moles of electrons actually passed, the formula is here, Q upon 96500 into mole ratio. And you know that Q is equals to I into T. So the final formula for the moles of product formed is I into T divided by 96500 into mole ratio. So whenever they ask you to find out the moles of product formed, you will use this formula, that is I into T upon 96500 into mole ratio. Next is mass of product formed. This was moles of product formed, now mass of product formed. So mass of product formed W is always equal to moles of product into molar mass of product. Moles of product, this is what you will get here, that you will substitute here, into molar mass of product, which will be given always. This will be always given in exam. Okay, so the mass of product is always equal to moles of product formed into molar mass of product, that is I into T divided by 96500 into mole ratio, which will give you moles of product into molar mass of product, and you will get the mass of product. Next is, suppose you have two half cell with two different electrolyte and you need to find the weight or molar mass or anything of one and others they have provided, you can use this relationship. So W1 of the first electrolyte upon mole ratio and molar mass of the first electrolyte is equal to W2 of second electrolyte divided by mole ratio and molar mass of second electrolyte. So this relationship will help you to determine the molar mass or the mass of product formed of any one electrolyte if mole ratio and molar mass of one electrolyte is given to you. Okay. Next is this. So suppose there is a reaction A of A plus B of B gives C of C plus D of D. So the E cell over here will be equal to E0 cell minus RT upon NF ln concentration of product divided concentration of reactant, where now you can remove this ln by multiplying this whole value by 2.303, so it becomes E0 of cell minus 2.303 RT upon NF log to the base 10, and this concentration of reactant product divided by concentration of reactant, where you know that N in moles of electron, F is 96500, T temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, and R is the gas constant, that is 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. And if you substitute this value and in this given formula, if you substitute this value in the given formula, you will get this calculated value, that is E cell is equal to E0 cell minus 0.0592 volt divided by N, that is number of moles of your electron in the reaction, log to the base 10 concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant. And this is a very important formula which you need to remember if they ask you to calculate the E of cell and they provide you with the E0 of cell and they provide you with the concentration of reactant and product, you can find out the E of cell. Okay. Next, the relationship between give free energy and E0 of cell, that is potential of cell. So delta Z is equals to minus NFE cell. So the relationship between the give free energy and potential of cell, electrode potential, is delta G equals to minus NFE of cell. Now E0 of cell is equal to RT NF ln K. Remember this, E0 of cell is equal to RT NF ln K. Now you need to remember ln, remove the ln, so multiply it by 2.303 and you know the value of R, you know the value of T, you know the value of F which is given here. So just substitute those values here and you will get that E0 of cell is also equals to 0.0592 upon N, that is moles of electron, into log to the 10 base 10 K. So if they ask you the relationship between E0 of cell and the equilibrium constant, so this is the formula. So in exams sometimes they provide you with E0 of cell and they ask you to determine the equilibrium constant, so you can use this formula at 25 degrees Celsius. So this is the second important formula of E0 of cell with relationship to equilibrium constant. And that's all for this. Thank you. If you have any doubt, any suggestion, any comments, you can do that on askyourdoubt04@gmail.com, even in the comment box given below. And if you have liked my video, please give me a thumbs up, share this video to more and more of your friends, and the PDF form of this video will be available soon in the description link. So you can download this important formula PDF from the description link. That's all for today. Thank you. Stay tuned.